Hi guys. When you have a Chadwm system like mine is here, if that's the case, you'll see an update coming in. I'm gonna make two videos. One is more about theory, how did I achieve this? And two is, what if you want to follow me? What if you want to update the code to the new version? Okay. It will be the coming days. I'll investigate more about it. Chadwm has been my tiny window manager for the last year and a half, and basically, besides a few colors and some extra lines, little tweaks like that, it has been stable. It has been efficient. It's wonderful, right? But as you may or may not know, July and August is holiday for ArcoLinux, so we take a step back from all the work. And in essence, it's hobby, it's passion, but it's also work. And we investigate something. I've investigated Gen 2 in the past. I've investigated NixOS in the past. So that every holiday there's a project. We've made AAG, and this year I thought, what will I do? I would like to learn about C. Now the language C is complex, to say for sure, and I guess I would never have chosen to investigate it more if there wasn't a chatgpt, right? I've watched some videos, nothing more than an hour or so, no longer, and I thought, I'm gonna waste my life with this. I'm gonna waste my holiday with this, right? And this thread is all about me telling him I'm on ArcoLinux, I'm ArcoLinux, I'm using Chadwm, and help me assist and use, and all kind of questions that I wanted to ask to somebody in person, in life, in flesh, right? I've asked him, can you explain that code? Can you give me comments? Can you add comments to each line of these things? So I can understand, at least, I cannot write it, but I can at least understand what's going on. And we've been talking quite a few times ago. We can actually put a whole file in there and say, analyze this. And it gives me the information. That's the border pixel of Windows, default border, snap pixel. Now most of them you get, but then anyway, it's interesting to get the confirmation that it's the gap for the inner gap and the inner vertical and horizontal gap, right? So with all this information you get, that's what I've been doing the last days. So this is the theoretical approach. Of course, you go to the GitHub. I hope it's still there. Second attempt of making a video for it. It's not. So GitHub Chadwm Siduk, right? First things first, you go and investigate, is there a new code? Is there a new code written by Siduk or Sidant? And yes, but no, right? A space. An extra line there. And here we're already September 6, 2023. So I keep track of this GitHub. What's happening there? That's the developer. Then I started asking these questions to ChatGPT. I said, what's this? What's that? Explain me this, explain me that. Can we improve the code this? And the first thing where I'll try and experiment is on something called Nemesis. So Nemesis is the development. I could have called it dev or something, but maybe you know the scripts, the ArcoLinux Nemesis scripts, right? So here I develop. Here is my playground. It's also a package that you can install, but it might break, right? Because it's where I develop. In here, that's the only thing that changed. That's important to note. This one, that's the only one that changed. Might have done a few things in the scripts, in the run script, but not essential. What we're talking about is C. This is C. C, 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 and C, right? All coming from the GitHub, but I've made changes. That's the point, right, of developing, having a look around and say, what can I do to change it? So if you go for right mouse click on ArcoLinux anyway, and you have Git ahead installed, you can easily see what I've been doing for the last, where does it start? Quite recently here. Eh? That's where I started changing things. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. All right. Okay. Now this, yeah, okay. Those are all the changes. If you wanna, well, first of all, I've added one more, a QWERTY one. So this one and that one, like in all the other projects that we have, we can compare it if meld is ready to be there, if it wants to be there. This is a great tip. Kill it, wait for it, stop it, open it again, and suddenly everything works. So these two guys are okay. These two guys are different. QWERTY and QWERTY, and this is the difference that we need to have on an Azerty from Belgium. There are different Azertys, right? So here are the names, agraf, semicolon, some changes here, same here. Those are needed for Azerty. So what's different? These guys, that's new. And these guys, two. These guys too, I think. And the rest was already there. Okay, so improving the code little by little. And since it's probably going to be my desktop for the coming years, right? It is return on investment. This is the config mk and this is the config readme. I wanted to understand what was going on. So I asked ChatGPT, tell me, what does this do? And he gives me a breakdown. So now you don't have to put it in ChatGPT anymore. You can read it here. Same thing. What's this? And where are these things coming from? From here. So there is already some information. DWM version 6.5. And then all kinds of things. So path, include directory, and I want to investigate. Is there something there? Yes, there are C files there. Files that he can then later on use here to build it. So all of these things got more comments, probably comparing with the previous version. This is definitely new. Same for extensions. I wanted in the beginning to know what is this H thing. It's a header file. And again, ChatGPT explained me. I said this is .h, .mk, .c, .o, explain what is this. Voila. Now I can reread it again. When I forget it again, I can say, okay, that's it. Okay. Extensions readme, functions include readme. So these things, where do they, what do they bring? X11 basic functions, protocol structures, utilities, cursor font. In the name you can more or less know what it's about, but even then, right, I've asked him, give me a comment about each of these lines. This I wouldn't know, right? This I wouldn't know. POSIX. Wait, maybe, yeah. Processes. So information, there's more information in this package. Same in the make file. All the gray lines have been added to explain a little bit more what does every line do. Even if you don't get it yet, there is something there to read and finally at some point in time grasp. This is new. I got tired of typing make clean, make sudo make install make clean, because I don't want to keep with the rubbish files, the O files, etc. So if you run this, it's gonna do this exact commands. It's gonna execute the commands. Password sudo done. And it's also gonna remove it, so clean it up again. So the Chadwm is gone, the O object files are gone, targz is gone, and the config is gone. Bye. And again, we have a clean folder. That's what is needed. That's where I should find my information. That's where I should change things. None of the others, right? The config H is there to build, and that's it. Def H is the one you need. I think this more or less encompasses everything. Small changes like spaces and tabs and all that is needed for sure for readability. And the next video is, well, there is something new on your machine. You did an update and this thing is new. And it will stay there. And you can keep running Chadwm for years, but the new code is here. And what you're running is the thing that is actually here. So that's the next video, how to get the new code in, and maybe you've been changing things. And we're gonna go with the soft or the efficient or the, I don't know, the skilled way, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna meld it. We're gonna compare and think, okay, that's what I want, that's what I want, that's what I want. Line per line. And now we see also the changes that we've made. All right. See you next video.